Thank you, Mr. President. Tomorrow is November 22nd, and it is the second anniversary of the death of Tamir Rice. And through the years, these last 2 years, through so many different things that have occurred both in Cleveland and across the country, it is easy at times to forget about what happened 2 years ago tomorrow. Fortunately, there are many folks, including Mrs. Rice and others, who tried to make the lessons learned, if there were any, to be remembered. But I just wanted to rise and to acknowledge the anniversary, a very unfortunate anniversary. I also want to rise because I really believe that we haven't really come to the point where we have come to a better place than where we were 2 years ago. I am not convinced that if the same scenario occurs, whether two officers who fail to understand their training or whether they're cowboys or whatever, that would do the same thing. And the reason I say that is because this atmosphere is so much more worse than 2 years ago. 4 police shot in 3 states, the most recent case of that. Cops fearing the public and the public fearing the cops. 12 years old. I have a stepdaughter that's 13 years old. And I was thinking about losing her because of miscalculation and because of innocent play with a legal toy. Tragic and avoidable. I'm also a member of this legislative body, elected like my other 16 colleagues and with certain rights that doesn't require me to be a senior over another member to have certain rights. Rights given to me by the process of me putting my name before citizens and they choosing me. Rights that nobody on the right side and nobody on the left side has any say about. But a year ago, almost a year ago, I sent a letter to Director Barbara Langhenry. It was a reflection of what I believed as an attorney, that we have failed as City Hall to actually give the full review of this incident. But because it's the local government, negligent homicide as a misdemeanor in the first degree is the far as we could go, and dereliction of duty in the second degree. But I was not afforded the respect of having anyone from her office come to me and sit down with me almost a year later to tell me they either agree or they disagree, but rather silence. Now, I could have brought the director to that microphone because the rule says I can do that. But you guys would have accused me of being a drama king. But I resent being ignored. I resent not being the respect of being told what this letter, whether you agree or disagree. And I resent on behalf of my constituents that this Tamir Rice case is not important enough for this administration to make its statement at the request of a member of this legislative body. December 30th, 2015, I requested not to say yes, but to review. But let me just sit down. In the remembering Tamir Rice, let me just acknowledge that I have not forgotten, even though folks over there may have. Thank you, Mr. President.